So this is my hair. It's been a while since I've had a haircut. Looks pretty bad. Gonna go see Tommy Sain over at Sain's Barbershop. That's dead ahead of me over there. He told me he'd let me interview him today. He's been on the radio a good bit lately, and I want to ask him about that. It's pretty cool, his advertising. But he's also doing sports and stuff like that for WSVM, which is a growing, awesome little radio station. So here, hopefully, is a good interview with Tommy.
You want to tell me how you want this cut?
Well, I want it cut so I look respectable.
Well, you got to get out of here.
just some kind of respectable haircut, so I don't look like a gray Conway
The last time you got it cut was not as short as what you've been getting.
Yeah, my wife wanted me to leave it a little bit long for my high school reunion.
Okay.
So the high school reunion's gone. I would just like you to mow it down.
Mow it down.
Mow it down. I don't care if it's military grade, if it's
okay. Have they ever used that 5-guard on top of it?
I don't even know what a 5-guard is.
At least about that long.
That sounds
let me just get the cut.
5-guard sounds perfect. People, it's very rare to get a chance to talk to Tommy Sain, the legend.
Oh Lord, that just means I'm old.
Yeah, you're old, but that's all right. I am too.
People used to kid my dad about his age. He said, "I know I've lived this long. I'm not so sure you're going to."
Your dad's a mess. How's he doing?
He's good. He's good. 90 years old. Be 91 in May. He's still got his wit about him. If you were offering him a Coca-Cola, he'd say, "No, but I'd like to have that 75 cents."
Well, Tommy, the reason I wanted to interview you today is I want to know about. So there's a number of people that really dig your radio commercials now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that song, Down at the Barbershop, is that like a popular song? I've never heard that before.
You know, I got to give all the credit to George Featherby, that 96.5. You know, those guys had me come down there and sit down with them, and I had a few bullet points of things I wanted to hit.
Yeah.
And then literally they just put it together down there and made it sound like I knew what I was doing. But that's all on them. I credit them. And then we had a song, and then George called me and said, "I found this song," and it was just perfect.
It is.
Yeah, somebody rode by here the other day, and the doors open. They hollered, "At the barbershop."
Scars in my eyebrows. So I've been hearing that song or that commercial for about probably 8 or 10 weeks now. You've been on there for a while.
Yeah.
But then I was surprised to hear you doing commentary and stuff, them calling you up and you doing jokes and stuff. How did you get started doing that?
Well, you know, George and I are just buddies, and I've done some football games for 92.1 for years. Mike started with Mike and Bowden, and then C.J. Stansel, who's now gone. Lord, I love C.J.
Yeah.
We did a lot of football games together and had a lot of fun. And anybody do what I did, because he was a pro and I was a joke. And I just kind of talked about what I saw.
So you were the color man, right?
Yeah. I remember one time, the first time I went over there with him, he said, "Well, where's your notes and things?" I said, "Notes? I didn't know we was having a test." I said, "Man, I'm just going to talk about what I see."
So these were football games?
Oh, yeah.
So, Tommy, did you play football?
Yeah, I played over there with Tim. Matt Mahon was on the line with me. Jug Wilson was our coach. Johnny Anderson, Mike Biggerstaff.
So you played for Jug?
I played for Jug.
And what position were you?
I played offensive guard mostly.
Dude, that is awesome. Man, I was offensive tackle. Mm-hmm. So I got to ask, so I'm 58. How old are you?
You're not close. I'm 59.
Oh, so you played for Freedom?
Played for Freedom, yeah.
I played for Mitchell High. We never played y'all.
No, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, Drawn's going to play Mitchell this week for the second round state playoffs.
Well, Drawn had a big win this past weekend for sure.
Yeah.
That like really trounced somebody.
Well, that's an upper seed and a lower seed. You know, they added another game. That's a money game. So the real playoffs start this week.
Well, so I heard you this morning doing sports, and I didn't know you were going to do sports, and I loved some of the stuff you see. You talked about that other team must have been on drugs because they got drugged up one side of the field.
They did. Drawn drug them down this way, and they drug them back up this way.
and then you said something about Wake Forest being ranked number 10, and they've been losing some games. You said so. It's something you said. So when they started getting ranked, they started to stink.
That's right. They did. They couldn't stand the pressure.
I said, man, Tommy's got it going on, dude. So are you going to keep doing that? You're going to do a sports like every Monday or something?
That's all up to George. You know, Kelly Wilson had his brainchild.
Really?
Yeah, and then George jumped on it. I don't know what happened to Kelly, but anyhow, George, he'll call me. the Big Red Sports Network is good. You know, I milk a lot of cows and churn my own butter, but
So you caught things, but I heard, Eddie Jolly told me you had done radio before. Is that right?
just ball games, the only thing I've ever done. Yeah.
So you sound like Morgan's voice for sports and social commentary.
Well, you know, barbers have a lot of commentary.
Yes, you do.
It talks, but it doesn't count. That's the best kind.
Yeah. So, Tommy, you played all 4 years at Freedom?
Well, I actually just played 3. It was just 10th, 11th, and 12th. I played at Salem.
Oh, okay.
7th, 8th, and 9th. And then went to Freedom. Yeah,
I
we had a
see.
good time. John O'Neill was my first coach over there, and man, what a super guy he was. And then Jug Wilson. John was the head JV coach. I really like John.
You know, I tell people, so to look at you, you wouldn't think you'd be an offensive guard. You know, look at me now, you know I was a tackle, but when I played, I weighed at 210 pounds. I played right tackle on offense and left on defense. What'd you weigh when you played guard?
Well, I weighed around 200, about 190, but that's what I wish I weighed now, but I've got that furniture disease.
What's that?
That's where your chest drops down in your drawers.
You don't even look like you weigh 200 pounds.
I wish that the scales. I go over to the doctor's office. I go to empty in my pockets. And
Yeah, I do that too.
They told me the time before last. They said, you know, I need to start watching your weight. And so whenever I got on the scales and I gained 5 pounds, I said, "How am I doing?" They told me to work on my weight. I got it up 5.
Yeah, my daughter, it's funny, so I didn't play nothing. When I went to college, they redshirted me because I was too skinny. I weighed like 210 pounds when I went to Mars Hill. And they wanted me to play defensive end. And they told me, after, they said, you got good speed, you hit hard, but you just ain't got no butt. And they said, we want you to eat with the linemen. And so they started me, I started eating with the linemen, working out with them, and trying to gain weight. And even when I left school, I weighed like 221 pounds.
Wow.
So I never had any size of it. Now these kids are like, every high school team's got a bunch of kids. It's like 250 and 260 and 270.
So Chase looked like the Green Bay Packers. They played Patton the other week. They were 6 foot, 6'3", 6'4", 6'6", 300, 350.
Holy cow.
Yeah, I could have ran behind that line.
Good.
You know, talk about not having no butt. I've always had plenty of butt. I was a little boy, and my mama used to take me up there to Belk's, and it was so embarrassing. You know, you went upstairs. You ever go in Old Belk's?
Yeah, yeah.
And you went upstairs and had the children's apartment.
Yeah.
And they'd bring them Huskies out there.
Yeah, I bring the Huskies.
And she'd have me stand there, and there wasn't anybody around much. And it's like, I was the only one there, the only boy there. And there's these women standing around, and my mother's pulling at my pants like that. She said, he's thick in his hips. But it embarrassed me to death. I thought about jumping over the railing, you know. And if I'd had my mind then like I do now, I'd say, well, I'm your boy.
That's right. Yeah,
I should have said, well, look at the honey on her. Not
these jeans feel these jeans.
the Huskies.
So, I don't know, it's interesting to me that so George Featherman, so he's the one that goes by Apollo, right?
Yeah, he's got the great voice, doesn't he?
He really does, and he's got all the same humor you hear. I mean, it sounds like he beat us to Charlotte. This funny thing, you listen to the radio station, it sounds just like he's John Boy Billy. It sounds like a big fancy station you hear in some.
Well, he's been on those big markets. He used to work for 97.9. Yeah, you never met George?
Never met him.
Now there's an interview.
I love him.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Eddie was going to set something up for me, and I had to cancel. I was going to go up there and interview him. I did a YouTube video about WSB and went and interviewed Eddie when they first started the station. And now it's 2009.
Oh, yeah.
Is it not, in your opinion, is that not one of the best radio stations? It seriously is great.
Well, yeah, it is good. And they got a good format, and they've done a good job putting it together. But with all respect to everybody down there, George makes her go.
Yeah, really.
Hey, George makes it go. And he got good music and good dialogue. People listen to George, and George will get out there just a little bit. But a guy at the ball game told me he's like the Howard Stern of Burke County.
He's riding the edge a little bit.
Yeah, I have to watch George. My wife says he's gonna get you in trouble.
What was he said? I was listening to you and him talk one morning about Tom Brady and Giselle splitting up.
Yeah.
And you said, one thing I know about Tom Brady is after that divorce, he's not going to be lonely. And George said, well, today's like National Coming Out Day or something. He said, maybe I'll call Tom up or something.
Yeah, yeah. He crazy.
I laughed.
Yeah. He called me one morning, started down something like that, and I said, I went, so we got static in the line, George. I didn't hear you.
No, it's so yeah, I got anybody watching my channel from wherever you watch it, England, wherever. Check out 96.5 WSV.
From 6 a.m. in the morning to 9 a.m.
That's Eastern Time, United States. And Tommy is likely to show up on that. George Featherby, he goes by the name of Apollo. They got a lady named Liberty. What's her real name?
You know, I don't know, but her birthday's today, but she's a real compliment to George. She gets on the,
she's
the
hilarious.
Internet, pulls stuff up.
She's like the, she's the straight man, so the straight lady. Yeah, that sounded weird.
It's 2022, you know.
Exactly. But she's hilarious, and they are very good. And Tommy, just hearing Tommy on there, it impressed me when I heard that. And you don't know how many people I've heard that. I'll go around and say, I heard Tommy, and they say, oh, I love his commercial. And they go, I like that. They've got the 7 barbers, and they're down at the barber shop. And the way he describes the good in the little guy's haircuts and all that.
Yeah, those little guys are important. The little guys grow up in the big guys.
Yeah.
Had you rather be cutting a 4-year-old's hair or a 94-year-old's hair? A 4-year-old's go about 90 years ago.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
No, that's pretty special, you know, to cut them little guys' hair. If they trust you and build that relationship with them, and you have a friend for life. That's what I like. I'd love for you to meet George.
I'd like to meet him.
Well, he'll be up here tomorrow morning about
Really?
15 to 10.
That's his appointment?
Well, he comes up to eat breakfast every morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
15 to 10.
About 9:45, we'll be ordering for Pat's Snack Bar. I think we're having country ham in the morning.
Well, shoot, man, I might go back. Would that be aggravating you if I came over there and landed with y'all?
Lord have mercy, no.
Oh, I don't like aggravating nobody. I would love to meet him.
You say good. All right.
Just talking about Mars Hill, do you realize that Rodney Clark went to school with me? I think he played at Mars Hill.
Did he?
He's a big boy, lineman.
Yeah. Rodney Clark.
Rodney Clark. He's a stud.
Why does that name not ring a bell?
He graduated in about 82 or 83.
Jerry?
I graduated in '82, and I played there 1 year and got my knee blown out.
Mm-hmm.
So I may have been on the way out when he came in.
Mm-hmm. So you'd probably know him.
I played under the last season that the Claude Gibson, Hoop Gibson was the coach there.
Mm-hmm.
And he got fired for some miscreant thing he did or something. I don't remember what it was now. He was a great coach. Yeah, I got hurt in practice by a guy that's he's on YouTube now. He goes by the world's strongest redhead. His name's Steve McGrann. He's huge. He's a huge guy, but he buckled my knee in practice. We were supposed to be going half speed, and he decided to play on into the nurse. That kind of ended it with me. I mean, I tried coming back, and I realized that, you know, number one, wasn't going to be able to gain all the weight going into that my leg was going to be problematic. Because I'd heard it before. I'd heard it in regional place.
Well, I tell you, sports in college, that's a job.
Yeah, it is. It was tough.
That might have been a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, and you know what I did then was I focused on music. Mm-hmm. That's when I started playing a lot of bands and stuff, learning my guitar better and everything.
Well, the Bible says all things work together for good for those who love the Lord and called according to His purpose. So, you know, that might have been the Lord's way to move you from one place to another.
Probably so. I sure wasn't moving much for the Lord at that point, but it turned out okay in the end.
Yeah. Well, it's how you end, not how you start.
How you start. No, that's true.
I hope so.
That's good.
I hope so, Lord.
Tommy, I'm curious. Do you know? I know not all barbers know other barbers, but you know a barber named Don Beal in Conover?
I don't think I know him.
He got a place called Hair Connection. When I moved out here, you kind of became, so Don was was an awesome hair barber, and he knew everybody in Catawba County, or Catawba County, or at least that part of it. He ended up becoming a politician. It was like city council or county commissioner or something like that. And when I first separated from ex-wife, moved out here to this area, so I was like, well, I don't want to keep going back to Conover and get my hair cut there. I always go. And several people told me I need to come here and try it out. I met you and I said, okay, there's the Don deal.
Yeah. Well, I know a lot of people. I tell you, some of those guys will get in politics, and a lot of the guy goes into a booth and he'll vote name recognition.
Yeah.
And so if he knows a guy that's familiar to him, he'll vote for him. But I've never had any desire to do anything like that. I wouldn't mind being mayor because I really love people, and I love to see people flourish. I love to see people do good.
Well, brother, I would be your number one supporter. I would make videos nonstop for you, and I would promote you every way I could. And if that didn't hurt your,
If I
didn't hurt your,
it's like John McDevitt said. A guy called him one time, said, "John," said, "I'm gonna run." Said, "Do I have your support?" He said, "Yeah." Do you want me to be for you or against you?
What matters the most in this town?
But a lot of people just need encouraging. You know, they need encouraging. That's a lot of it. And Morton and Burton counties, man, they've got a lot of good stuff going on. The courthouse over here looks great. They did a good
Man,
job.
I sure enjoy it. So I've lived here now in Burke County for. I bought a house in 2011, so about a little over 11 years now. Yeah, and it's totally lovely. That looks much better. Thank you, sir.
Do you see Larry right
I
there?
do look respectful.
Now Larry,
what?
Larry, local millionaire. He's got these couple convenience stores. He runs the chains.
I got one now.
How many
One.
Yeah, how many years you run chains over there, Larry? At Freedom.
Since back second year, this our third.
Since
You ever
1975.
stretch it a little tight sometimes just to make sure?
No.
I believe it.
Sometimes you might get a kink in the chain. That's a little different between stretching, having a kink in the chain. Maybe Tom.
Hey, I bet you there's been times that the guy on the other end, he's on this end, and they're going to stretch it, and he's pulling that guy's feet. That guy's feet sliding. Like he's on a sled. Larry, what? That's first down.
What, you giving barber lessons now, taking video and everything?
I was interviewing him about the fact he's a radio personality now.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I just love listening to him on the radio.
He's been on there this year, hasn't he?
Oh, I heard him this morning doing the sports on WSBM.
Oh,
And I got tickled about choked a time or two.
did he tell you how good Freedom was Friday night?
Yeah, he talked about how he said the other not Freedom. We talked about drone.
I said Freedom. At Freedom, it's basketball season.
Yeah, because they
You
won.
got beat 41-0.
41
It's basketball season.
Only they were playing soccer and the other team was playing basketball.
I bet you the basketball coach at Freedom saw it's going to be. Yes.
And I appreciate you brought in the soccer too. 'Cause you brought in, you even told the soccer score.
Oh yeah, well soccer. That's our pastor's son, Brian Butner. His son Alex plays over there. He's really good. And man, they're doing great. You know, old Keith Scott, he's been a long time soccer coach over there. He's got them going.
I'm ashamed to say I wouldn't know hardly what's going on if I was to watch a soccer game.
And see,
I need to learn.
All I know is they try to put that ball in the net.
Yeah, try to keep the ball on one side or the other.
And my son Dylan, he's principal over there.
Really?
Yep.
I did not know that. Well, awesome, man.
Yep. My wife did a good job raising those kids.
Sounds like she did.
I had her for my mom out there.
I sure know, man. She used to work at Malvin's.
Yep.
She liked it better than doing digestive health, I guess.
Well, she liked digestive health. She really did. But I don't know, those people down there, Valdez and her, have always been good friends.
She's in the surgery center now, right?
Yep.
So Tommy's wife has got a master's degree in nursing. She's brilliant and nice and sweet. And probably mean too sometimes, I guess.
No, we're on camera, right? Oh no.
No, I think she's awesome. It's funny. It's like I had to interview her for something one time, and when I found out she's your wife, I said, "Oh man, that is so cool."
No, she's from Caldwell County.
I did not know that.
Yep. I was crossing Castle Bridge over there. And I was looking down, and I looked, and I saw this pretty girl standing on a rock in a pair of blue jean shorts, and she was spearfishing. And I looked, and it was Renee.
Renee's a spearfisher?
She's spearfishing. And I got her, and I brought her up here to Morton, and I showed her how to eat with a fork.
She showed you how to kill a bear, skin a deer.
And I went and got her some shoes. She's really come on.
No kidding about spearfishing, no, you black.
She don't like fish.
No,
She's gonna kill me
I
in your
fell for that
boat.
one, Dickie, thank you, brother.
How's that look?
That looks fantastic. I knew it would.
Yeah.
That's great.
I appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you for the interview. I'm sure people will enjoy seeing that. They always like catching up with you. Let me get you paid good here.
That's something I've never been at radio. I've never been paid.
Never been paid.
They give me a few spots or something.
Well, it's funny. I was keep it changed. I was a DJ when I was in college, and I got in trouble. They had, it's like the college station was real pop, 80s pop and all that, and they one of these guys knew that I liked hard rock, and he said, "Well, tell you what we'll do. We'll have a midnight heavy metal show, and you be the DJ for that." And so I come on, and I came on the first night that I did it, and I put Rush, Limelight, something called Limelight by Rush on. And I come on and said, "Are you ready for some smooth music tonight, folks?" And Rush, I said, "Well, I'm sorry, because I'm here to rock your butt till 3 a.m. And the dude told me right up, he said, "You said butt."
You better not hire George.
You can't say, that's how far things have come. You couldn't say butt back in 1983.
Yeah. It's changed.
That's right.